Good evening, dear televiewers, and welcome to the second edition of our English Prime News in the Queen's language. We begin right away with our major stories. A security guard of a restaurant in Bagante, West region of Cameroon, has lost his life in a collapsed building as he went in to buy food to eat. The unfortunate incident occurred around 8 p.m. on Sunday. More details in this sad incident in our newscast. A low-cost screening campaign has been launched at the Gynecological Obstetric and Pediatric Hospital in Ngusu, here in Yaoundé. Objective to give an opportunity for young girls 15 years and above to get screens on breast cancer and other related illness. Developments of this newscast right here. Thanks very much for joining us, dear viewers. Just to remind you that in the course of the news, we will be receiving Prophet Walter Nginyu. He will be presenting to us a booklet named Prayer by Revelation. Okay, let's begin right away in Bagante, West region of the country, where a security guard lost his life in a collapsed building. The unfortunate incident occurred around 8 p.m. while he moved into the restaurant to buy food to eat. We have details of this unfortunate incident in this report. It was around 8 p.m. on Sunday, October 9th, that this story building collapsed, killing a security guard in Bagante, West region of Cameroon. Signs were visible before the unfortunate situation.
I was discussing with my wife beside my junior brother's house. Suddenly we heard a first sound accompanied with cracks on the wall. I was wondering if it is the neighbor hidden in the wall that is leading to the crack. I went directly to ask the neighbor why was he hitting the wall. She then asked me to come and see the wall in the room. When I got in, I saw that the wall is even cracked down. I then asked her to come and look in my house. That was when we started panicking.
Alerted, the population arrived at the scene to save victims, but for the security guards.
There were people in the collapsed building. They struggled to come out, but unfortunately, the security guard who entered the restaurant to get food to eat could not get out alive. We are discovering that the story building could cause problems due to the poor quality of materials used.
Have been put in place to educate and get rid of poorly constructed buildings in Bagante.
That is an incident we have recorded. I have just held a crisis meeting. In 2 days, we will go down to the field not only to identify dilapidated or poorly constructed buildings, but to alert landlords to arrange their houses. If not, the next move will be to demolish those buildings.
Search intensifies on site to rescue those trapped or retrieve the dead body in the collapsed building. Those injured are presently receiving treatment in the hospital. The population has been urged to use quality and required building materials, a way to save lives of those avoiding further disasters. We now talk health, where a low cost for breast and cervical cancer has begun at the Gynecological Obstetrical and Pediatric Hospital here in Yaoundé, a neighborhood that is Ngusu, a neighborhood here in Yaoundé. Objective of this campaign is to make it possible for young girls 15 years and above to get screened on cervical cancer and other related diseases. We have details done to us by our staff lady Ghislaine Afo with Samuel Bonis in this report.
Cancer is a drama in our society. In fact, that many cases are diagnosed very late. So according to that, the prognosis is severe and the treatment is very heavy. So that's why it's important for us to put an accent on the early diagnosis of the cancer.
Seen to be diagnosed in women over 50 years and older, breast cancer can be said to also affect younger women. It's in this light that the month of October is dedicated to increase awareness of breast cancer while improving the health and quality of life amongst women.
October has been chosen for the month to fight breast cancer, and we seize this occasion to also talk about other women cancer, notably the cervical cancer and the other one, ovarian cancer, endometrial cancer, to sensitize most women on the cancer. Normally the cancer does not speak at the beginning, so there is no pain, there is no symptom. So, and it goes on. When it starts to express like bleeding and lump in the breast, it means that it's already very in an advanced stage. So it's good to come, even if you have no complaint, to let a doctor see if there is something going wrong.
According to statistics, a prevalence rate of 23% of breast cancer and 20% of cervical cancer cases is being recorded, one which can be easily treated with early diagnosis. With the screening procedures carried out, most women are being called upon to benefit from its low cost.
The advantage during the campaign is that those exams will be done at low cost, and they have the possibility to be orientated for a good treatment.
As Cameroon joins the globe to commemorate the Breast Cancer Awareness Month this October, a call is being put out to all women to get screened in order to live a healthy and long life.
And dear viewers, we continue with health, where there is a communique talking on the outbreak of monkeypox in the southwest region of the country, and the communique reads, following the confirmation of positive sample of monkeypox by CPC, that is Centre Pasteur in Yaoundé, on October 8, 2022, they wish to inform the general public of an outbreak of monkeypox in Kumba and Mbonge health districts respectively. The respective chief of health districts should work in collaboration with the region to ensure the effective response to this public health response emergency. And it is signed by the regional delegate of public health, Dr. Eko Philbert. As earlier mentioned, as we began the news, I've been joined in the studio by a prophet, none other one but Walter Nginyu. He is from Bamenda, Manyu Ndogamato division of the country, that is northwest region of Cameroon. I think I'm right with that. You're welcome, prophet.
Thank you, the journalist. You are so right.
Okay, thank you. Now, you have come here, but I want to begin right away. I heard your nickname, Engine Soul Prophet. You are a prophet. Why Engine Soul Prophet?
Engine Soul Prophet because I have a unique calling from God to destroy the evil altars that has been enslaving the children of God in Africa. So, when God called me, He gave me this Engine Soul by revelation. And so I had to afford one for myself, which in all the places that I've been in Cameroon and beyond, I have been with this Engine Soul to liberate God's children from evil shrines and demonic setups that is enslaving them.
Okay, you've come today to talk about your book titled Prayer by Revelation. What is this book all about?
Prayer by Revelation is a book given to me by revelation from God. And in this revelation, I found myself stretching my hand and healing the world. That's why you can see the world map on this book, and you see a hand, and you see the force entering into the world. So it is a book given to me by God, just as you see it by revelation. And the content of this book is to teach people how to pray and see with not just praying and not knowing the direction of prayer, but praying and knowing what you are praying about. Pray and sing, because someone who pray and doesn't see is just like a driver who does not know where he's heading to, and you can be surprised by a pit. You just fall into this pit. So prayer by revelation, you actually your issues are revealed to you by God. Your issues are revealed to you, so you can be praying. You can have a stomach problem, whereas this stomach problem, the source is an evil altar, a high place that has been raised to destroy you. So God will reveal to you, this is the source of this issue you are going through. So this is what is in this book, Prayer by Revelation, how to help the children of God to pray by revelation so that God can answer their prayers.
Okay, this message, you're talking about prayers, revelation and all that. Do you have a particular population or group of people that you are sending this message to them?
Yeah, this message, I'm sending it to all groups of people, because everybody needs to talk to God. Everybody needs to talk to his creator, and you need to know how to talk to God. And in our generation, where we know that our calling and our assignment has been infiltrated by so many people who do not have the calling, but who have some other motives to slip in through, many children of God are confused, and at the end of the day, they tend to depend only on miracles. And the Lord Jesus says in the book of John chapter 6, from verse 25 to verse 27, he said, do not seek for miracles, but seek for the food that will never perish. Rather than seeking for food that will perish, seek for the food that will never perish. That means you need to seek to know how miracles come about, not seeking for miracles. Because in your house, when you will be attacked or when you have a spiritual encounter, the man of God will not be there to pray for you. You need to fight for yourself. And this is the revelation that God has put in this book so that it can bless his children in the nation and beyond.
Okay, let me find out from you. When we talk about children of God and you're talking about the calling, is everybody gifted? Is everybody having that calling? Like Christians, I say I'm a Christian. Do I really have that calling? And how can I go about it?
Everybody has the calling, because everybody is a child of God. God has created everybody. So some people decide to choose whether they want to go through the evil way or the right way. So we're all face of us, servants of God, in the offices of evangelists, prophets, pastors, apostles, and teachers. And now, many people have chosen a certain pattern that they want to go, because the devil is equally fighting the children of God. So some people derail from their calling. Some people derail from their calling, but those who have the calling and that the Spirit of God is helping them to pursue that calling, they are making exploit and they're making God proud.
Okay, is there any other message that you are passing out to those watching you there that is in that book?
Yes, another message that I'm passing out are just the testimonies, because as you rightly asked, everybody has a calling? Your testimonies justifies your calling. The message of this book and the message I'm passing out there is that the testimonies of this book justify the importance why this book is needed. With this book and the prayers that God has given through this book, there are a lot of breakthroughs that we have had in the nation and beyond. Remember, I'm coming from the northwest region of Cameroon, where the crisis hit region, and for 5 years, the stretch between Kumbu, Ndu, and Banso, Kumbu has been blocked for the past 5 years. And by revelation, God asked me to go there and to pray and reopen the road. Even before going there, there was a press conference, and I told journalists I was going to open this road by God, and they were very surprised. Many people thought I was going to lose my life. So I went there, and on the crusade ground, I gave a warning that whosoever is blocking this road must give way, because God's children are suffering. Some cannot have, access to hospitals just from due to Banso. People die of asthma, where people can rush to the hospital and get medicine for asthma. So I went there and I said I was putting my life in front. Whosoever. So I went, and the military were the one even begging me not to go and open the road because there are mines on the way. I said, I've already crossed some of the mines. And if God had not permitted them to explode on me, that means he has sent me to open that road. And I went and prayed and decreed that whosoever will stand up again to block anybody on that road, God will take him down. The wrath of God will come upon that one. And when I was in an international evangelism breaking altars in Burkina Faso, I was contacted by same journalists who say, Prophet, the words have come to pass. The road has been opened. And now that road is moving. So this is just one of the little. I was just coming from Kampala in Uganda, where this book the mandate of God given to me through this book, I was requested, I was solicited by revelation to represent Africa in the Africa Altar Conference in Kampala 2022. So I was the prophet that God revealed to these servants of God across the continent of Africa to go and carry a symbolic and prophetic prayer at the source of the Nile, where the Nile takes its source. And this same place, this same prayer that I went to do, servants of God have embarked on this mission and they lost their lives. But because God revealed to them, and also I had it by revelation, I went there and carried on the prayers and came back successfully. So there's a new thing happening in Africa. In fact, Isaiah chapter 60 verse 1 to verse 3 is about to manifest over the continent of Africa, not just Cameroon alone, but Africa as a whole.
Okay, you said it was not an easy journey, very challenging. Let's take you back, our viewers back to the Northwest and Southwest region, particularly in the Northwest region where you had to pray and see that the roads being open. How challenging was it? We know that men of God are often arrested by separatist groups in that part of the country. What really inspired you to go there? Weren't you afraid?
It's this revelation from God. By revelation, you just touched the point. I was in Topin, one of the most dreaded area in the midst of this crisis, and I was taken on gunpoint, filmed on camera on the crusade ground. So they came, fired, and picked me on gunpoint and went with me. But the God that I served intervened within 10 minutes to 20 minutes. I was released, and there was a lot of confusion in the camp of those who picked me up. I was in Libya, the most heated place in the midst of this crisis. And I gave a warning that God has sent me to liberate his children. And anyone who is joking and tormenting the children of God will go down. And there are a lot of results in fact, I don't think that time can permit us to talk about the wonderful testimonies that God has given us through prayer by revelation, which I've been using for so many years now.
Okay, I want to find out from you just very few questions before we close. The book titled Prayer by Revelation. I think you're launching the book by November 6th this year, 2022. How is it going to go about?
Yeah, the launching will take place in the headquarters of the Champions International House of Prayer, 11 a.m. prompt. This book will be launched. It has already been launched and dedicated at Kampala by the fathers of faith across the continent of Africa. They laid hands on me, prayed for me, prayed for the book, because God also revealed to them the content of this book. So it has been launched, and it will be launched in Bamenda, the headquarters, just beside the police, beside the public police in Bamenda. Okay. That's the headquarters of Champion International Prayer in Tarinkun. Yes.
Okay, those who are interested in getting a copy or copies of the book Prayer by Revelation, how can they contact you, and where precisely should they go to in case you are not available?
Yes, they can contact us through the church number, or they can go to the website. Anywhere they are in the world, this book can get to them. So the official price for the book will be set on the launching day, and on our website you can find this book there. Our telephone numbers are there, 676-570-021 or 656-144-822. On these numbers, they can get out to us, and then we will be able to have this book delivered to them.
Okay, thank you very much, Prophet Walter Nginyo, for coming. It was a pleasure having you in the news.
The pleasure is shared. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Dear viewers, that was Prophet Walter Nginyo from Bamenda talking on the book that he has published, and it will soon be launched by November 6, 2022. Let's move over now to something else. We are talking about a mixed cocoa farming that has been proven to be a technique that is going to contribute to the preservation of the ecosystem. We have more of these following a workshop that took place in the west region of the country by Geraldine Nasse.
Making profit from cocoa farming and at the same time promoting forest fruit plants while sustainably preserving the environment is the content of an initiative launched to promote sustainable cocoa farming in the west and central regions, which are seen as the production basins. The African Cocoa Platform, which benefits from the support of GIS, has just been implemented by several producers in these regions. For operators in the cocoa and fruit sectors, this is a highly beneficial solution.
Dans mon champ, j'ai les plantes comme les fruitiers en général.
In my farm, I have other fruit plants like pears, oranges, and mandarins. I decided to plant different fruit trees in my cocoa farm, first of all, to have diverse revenue, and more so, with these other fruit trees, it served as shelter to cover my cocoa from the sun to help me better grow my cocoa, because with these trees, it fertilizes the soil and prevents erosion.
Ça fertilise le sol, ça permet qu'il n'y a même pas l'érosion.
The competition launched by GIS gives a priority to young producers to enable them gain the market. Other producers are therefore encouraged to adopt this new technique for more profit.
Dear viewers, that was the package we had for you, a recap of our major stories. A security guard has lost his life in the West region, precisely in Bangante, as he went in that building to buy food from a restaurant to eat. The unfortunate incident occurred on Sunday around 8 p.m. We now talk about something else, where a low-cost screening campaign for cervical cancer has been launched at the gynecological, pediatrical and hospital that is in Yaoundé at Ngusu. Girls aged 15 and above are called upon to get themselves screened on cervical cancer and other related diseases. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow is another day. God willing, goodbye.